Long ago, in a quiet fishing village by a river, a mysterious child was born. Her name was Matsyagandha, meaning the one who smells of fish. She wasn't like other children. Her mother, who was cursed to live as a fish, had given birth to her with the blessings of the gods, and though Matsyagandha was destined for greatness, her life began with a burden. The fishy odor that clung to her, inviting ridicule from everyone around her. Matsyagandha grew up helping her father ferry travelers across the river. Despite her humble life and the scorn she endured, she carried herself with grace and a quiet strength. Little did she know that this very river would one day carry her towards her extraordinary journey. One fateful morning, as the sun rose over the water, a man boarded her boat. He was no ordinary man. Sage Parashara, with his piercing gaze and an aura of wisdom, stepped aboard. Now, as Matsyagandha rowed, she could feel his eyes on her, as though he could see beyond the surface, beyond the ridicule, straight into her soul. After a long silence, the sage spoke. "You're no ordinary girl. I can see it. You're destined to shape the future of a dynasty." Matsyagandha was startled. "Me, a mere ferryman's daughter?" she asked, her double lacing her voice. "You have a spark within you, but I can also see the pain you carry. Let me free you from it." Before she could respond, Parashara raised his hand and a golden light enveloped her. In that instant, the fishy odor that had defined her life up till now vanished. Instead, the air around her was filled with a fragrance so sweet and so divine that even nature seemed to rejoice. Matsyagandha was awestruck. "Why would you do this for me?" "Well, you are meant for greatness. The gods have chosen you to bring a child into this world, a child who will be the keeper of stories and the composer of history." Matsyagandha hesitated. She was torn between her duty to her father and the destiny Parashara was describing. Seeing her conflict, the sage promised, "Your purity will remain untouched and the world will never know of this moment. Trust in the gods." And so from their union, Vyasa or Sage Vyasa was born. The great sage who would go on to compose the Mahabharata, the epic that would shape the future of the world. But like the river that flowed ever onward, Matsyagandha returned to her normal life, her divine fragrance now marking her as someone extraordinary. Years later, her fragrance caught the attention of another man, King Shantanu of Hastinapur. The moment he saw her by the river, he was captivated. "You must be my queen," he declared. Satyavati, as she was now called, felt her heart leap, but her father was cautious. "If you wish to marry my daughter, her children must inherit the throne after you." This condition broke Shantanu's heart, for he already had a son, Bhishma, who was the rightful heir. But Bhishma, out of love for his father, made a vow that would shake the heavens. He renounced his claim to the throne and vowed never to marry, ensuring that Satyavati's children would inherit the kingdom. Though her dreams came true, Satyavati's happiness was short-lived. Her sons died young, leaving no heirs. Desperate, she turned to Vyasa, her firstborn, to continue the lineage through an ancient practice called Niyoga. So Vyasa then fathered 3 children: Dhritarashtra, born blind; Pandu, cursed with infertility; and Vidura, wise but ineligible for the throne. Thus, the seeds of Mahabharata were sown. The dynasty Satyavati fought so hard to preserve would tear itself apart in a war that will shake the heavens. And yet, Satyavati's story is not one of despair. It is a story of transformation, of rising above the ridicule, of fulfilling a destiny rippled through generations. From a humble fisherwoman to the matriarch of a dynasty, Matsyagandha or Satyavati reminds us that even in the most unlikely beginnings can lead to greatness. For though the river flows ever onwards, its fragrance lingers just like her legacy. Tell me what you think about this story in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Curious Spree for more such stories.